have a plan to go to west. It's the highway, it's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Alright, time for another edition of We Get Our Kicks Reading Books 66, the Kennedy Elementary School Summer Reading Challenge, where I bring you a different book, award-winning book like this one, One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio, pictures by David Small, Caldecott Award winner. I bring it to you inspired by a different location today. I am out in front of the sassy pink limousine because it would be one cool friend to invite you in this thing. And that's why I inspired this book. It's a party bus for girls that can go into, young girls can go into, and that would be One Cool Friend if they invited you in there. So I'm going to be reading One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio, illustrated by David Small. I'm going to be reading this. As I read, I'm going to try to model what good readers do, which is to read fluently, which means I'm going to read the words correctly. Not too fast, not too slow, and with expression. And then I'm also going to want you guys to, as I'm doing this, I want you guys to listen for certain things, story elements, like the character, who or what the story is about, the setting, when and where the story is taking place, and the sequence of events, what's happening first, next, and last, because we don't want you just to read the words, we want you to understand what you're reading, which is called comprehension. So do good comprehension strategies to read the questions before you read the story, so you can do that as well. So I'm going to find out about read One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio, illustrated by David Small, and I'll find out some more information about this pink limousine. See if it's just girls that can go in it, or boys can go in it as well. Sweet and sassy, probably just girls though. You guys have a great day. One Cool Friend, written by Tony Buzzio, pictures by David Small. Elliot was a very proper young man. So on Saturday morning, when his father said, "Family day at the aquarium, shall we go?" Elliot thought, kids, masses of noisy kids, but he only said, "Of course, thank you for inviting me." At the aquarium, Elliot's father settled on a bench to read his National Geographic. Have some fun, Elliot," he said. So Elliot did. He skipped the mobs of kids at the giant saltwater tank, amazing jellies display, and hands-on tide pool exhibit. At the end of the hall, he discovered penguins! In their tidy black feather tuxedos, with their proper posture, they reminded Elliot of himself. Even Ferdinand Magellan looked like his kind of guy. At noontime, Elliot's father asked, "Are you having fun?" "Yes, thank you," said Elliot. "May I please have a penguin?" "Sure," his father said, and handed over a $20 bill. "That's very kind," Elliot said, and he headed off. Elliot emptied the school notices from his backpack, selected the smallest penguin, and popped it inside. His father asked, "Where's your penguin?" "In my backpack," said Elliot.
Thanks for asking. In his room, Elliot dialed the air conditioner down to the very coldest setting. Maybe you'd like to skate, asked Elliot. Rock, said Magellan. Magellan's the penguin. So Elliot dragged his old wading pool upstairs, then fed the garden hose through the kitchen window and turned on the faucet. Forgive the inconvenience, he said as he passed his father. Soon the air conditioner had done its work. Later, Elliot knocked on the door of his father's office. I have some research to do at the library about Magellan. When I was in 3rd grade, I got Captain Hook, said his father. Where did you keep him? Elliot asked. But his father had already returned to charting the changing boundaries of the Great Barrier Reef. Elliot and Magellan rode to the library. When Elliot set him on the librarian's desk, Magellan held completely still. Miss Stambridge didn't blink an eye, even when Magellan blinked his. She helped them access www.penguinsonice.com, copy pages from Antarctic Anecdotes, and borrowed Best Behavior for Birds. On the way home, Elliot stopped for 8 bags of ice and a snack. Luckily, his father's $20 bill was just enough to cover it. How'd the research go? Elliot's father asked from behind an atlas. Great! Magellan was perfect, Elliot said. Just like Captain Hook, said his father. Elliot read his library book aloud while Magellan cooled down. They shared a bag of goldfish crackers, but Magellan was still hungry. May I please bake a frozen pizza for supper? Elliot asked. That's nice of you, his father said, but the only flavor we have left is anchovy. Perfect, Elliot said. Magellan loves them. That evening, Elliot heard his father rummaging for ice cream. Luckily, Magellan had politely moved the carton in front of the freezer shelf. Unfortunately, Magellan forgot his manners overnight. When Magellan awoke, he was longing for a swim. Elliot drew him a deep tub of cold water, and he left Magellan diving and holding his breath. I think I'll have a bit of a soak, Elliot's father announced. Wait, said Elliot. I left my penguin in there. I'll set him on the hamper and do my best not to splash. Elliot! Elliot rushed to the door. Young man, where did this penguin come from? Elliot's father demanded. The southern tip of Argentina, Elliot said. That's right, his father said. As for Captain Hook, he added, he came from the Galapagos Islands. And there's his turtle. That was One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio. Pictures by David Small.